Hey guys, Cecil here once again. Hey, in today's video I wanted to do kind of an unboxing and comparison video. And that's comparing the Collector's Edition of Resident Evil 5 with the Collector's Edition of Resident Evil 6. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not at least a little bit disappointed in what we got with the Resident Evil 6 Collector's Edition, if you even want to call it that, especially compared to what Japan got and Europe got. I felt we kind of got the shaft here a little bit in North America. I mean, I'm not saying the compilation is bad. It's actually pretty cool with what you get. But compared to what we got with Resident Evil 5 as far as extras go, I was pretty disappointed with it. But I'll kind of show you here what I mean. And I'm going to start with the Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition. This is the packaging that Resident Evil 5 came in, the Collector's Edition. I picked this up on the day it came out. These are the PS3 versions of both, by the way. Pretty typical box. Decent size. You get a lot of extra goodies with it. Nothing really out of the ordinary or excellently stellar as far as what you get included, but some nice goodies nonetheless. So let's pop this bad boy open right here. The main feature of the Collector's Edition is you get the Resident Evil 5 Steelbook. It's got the Resident Evil 5 logo on the front, pose of Chris and Sheva on the back. I like the design of it for the most part. You pop it open, it's 2 discs. You get the game disc, the bonus content disc, the instruction manual, some advertisements. For the most part, a nice steelbook. Too bad it doesn't have any kind of protective, like plastic sleeve to go over it like some steelbooks go, but considering it came in a protective box, I'm not overly surprised. But yeah, a nice little steelbook. As far as the extras you get with it, one of the main things is you get like a Chris Redfield minifigure. I like the look of this and the design for the most part. Sometimes you get a little bit bigger of a statue or something than this, but for the most part, it's kind of cool. Probably just going to leave it in the package. I'm not going to really display it anywhere around the apartment. Probably the neatest thing in this package would be the Tricell duffel bag. Tricell is one of the companies in Resident Evil 5 that was working with Umbrella to develop the T-Virus and all the subsequent viruses that came after it. I've seen this actually unraveled. I'm not going to unravel mine. It's pretty good, strong material, but I think if you use it too much, it would definitely fall apart after a while, so that's why it's going to stay in the package. And the last couple of things you get in here are a pendant and a patch. You get a Resident Evil 5 Africa pendant, since the game takes place pretty much in Africa, and you get a BSAA patch. It's the North American Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance. This was the alliance that the main characters from the game formed after Resident Evil 4 and have been in the subsequent games since. So pretty typical Collector's Edition stuff, nothing overly stellar, but you know, a nice bunch of extra goodies. Now, moving on to Resident Evil 6, which actually just came out today. As I said before, I'm a little disappointed as far as what we got. I know in Japan their Collector's Edition had like a bunch of extra stuff like that. It actually had the high-end one, which was really expensive, had like a remake of the actual leather jacket that Leon wears in Resident Evil 6. It was like going for ridiculous amounts of money on import shops. I forget how much NCSX was charging for it, like $500-600. But it was pretty awesome, and Europe kind of got a Collector's Edition. It's got like some patches, some framed photos, and some other cool stuff. And here's what we got in North America and why I'm kind of disappointed. Here is the Collector's Edition for Resident Evil 6. This is the Resident Evil 6 Anthology. And what it includes is Resident Evil, the Director's Cut for PS1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil 4 HD, Resident Evil 5 Gold, and then RE6 the game. The only thing that's differentiated with this from the Standard Edition game is it comes with a cardboard sleeve. And all the games on this compilation are DLC. So basically you're getting the game and a bunch of DLC. Now, for $90 compared to $60 for the game, the value in here is actually very good, especially if you haven't played a lot of the older Resident Evil games. I've played 4 on the Wii and on the GameCube. I have 5, but I never picked up the Gold Edition, so it was kind of nice to get those expanded versions. And I got 1, 2, and 3 in various forms on like the Saturn, the PlayStation, the Dreamcast. But it's kind of cool to have it all in one spot. I'll definitely redeem all that DLC. Whether I'm going to play through a lot of it, I'm going to play through 4 again just for the how good of a game it is and just to see what the HD visuals look like. But I figured, you know, if I'm bored and want to go back and play some classic Resident Evil, I've got them right on my PS3. I'm not going to really open up this particular package just because it's a game disc and a a bunch of DLC slips. But it's like I said, for content, for the value, it's good. But as you can see, compared to the Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition, as far as like extras go, it's kind of disappointing. I was, for a mainline Resident Evil game that Capcom is hoping to sell millions of copies of, this was kind of disappointing in my opinion. I also did, to help augment the amount of cool stuff that you got with Resident Evil 6, I picked up the Collector's Edition Strategy Guide. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a really big strategy guide guy, but I'm going to try and get in the habit of picking them up with the games, especially, if there's a good Collector's Edition guide and it's a game I'm really looking forward to. This is the Resident Evil Collector's Edition. Nice hard book cover versus the paperback on the standard edition. The cool thing that comes with this are 3 exclusive patches that are similar to the patch that you can't get with the RE5 collection. It's the BSAA patch, a La Vita Nuova patch, and a Division of Security Operations patch. I'm assuming these are all different organizations in Resident Evil 6, and I'm actually going to pop this open real quick just to take a look at the patches. I just kind of got to be careful so I don't hurt it. So yeah, so it's actually kind of funny. I feel like you're almost getting more stuff with the Collector's Edition book versus what you're getting with the game, and that's kind of silly if you ask me. I mean, it's not a huge deal in my opinion, but still kind of one of those funky things. I figured Capcom with a major release like this would have given us something a little bit more. But yeah, here's the book for the most part, and just comes with the paper, and there's the 3 patches that are attached to it. I'm debating whether I actually want to take these off and do something with them, like put them on a tote bag or something that I use. But yeah, it also comes with some extra content, the complete campaign coverage, maps, hidden emblem locations, mercenary strategies. Pretty much the big thing with this one was just the hardcover and the patches. It was like $15 more than the standard edition guide, but for the most part, I felt it was worth it, especially because I'm not a huge Resident Evil guy, but I do enjoy the series quite a bit. So that's pretty much taking a look at the Collector's Edition of Resident Evil 6. I've got one more actually pretty awesome thing that I want to share that's Resident Evil 6 related. I work at GameStop, yes I know, boo, but one of the nice things is you get to take home some of the advertising after it's, done being used. As you can kind of see behind me here a little bit, I picked up a few things since I started working there earlier this year. And when I saw this last month when we got it at the store, I knew as soon as we were going to be done with it, I'd want to take it home. And I got to get up to show it to you because it's kind of big. It is a 4-foot Resident Evil 6 poster. I don't know, it's going to be kind of hard to see. But it's got just the logo, the 6 main characters from the game, the release date. I'm going to put this up on the wall. It's going to be kind of hard to do that, but I just wanted to kind of show you. It's a really, really huge ass poster, and I figured it would definitely be worth putting on my wall. So yeah, that's a look at Resident Evil 6 and 5 as far as the collector's editions go. Like I said, I was a little disappointed with what we got with 6. But for the most part, I'm glad at least we got a lot of cool games and everything with it, but I would have liked some extra goodies like we got with Resident Evil 5. So let me know what you think. Have you played RE6 yet? I'm going to hopefully fire it up here, play a little bit today. I haven't had a chance to yet. I know it's kind of gotten some mixed reviews out there, but that's not going to stop me from playing through it. So yeah, let me know what you think of Resident Evil 5 and 6. Otherwise, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time.